Hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Unapologetic Voices. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Kyle. That's it? That's all you're going to bring to the table?
I got nothing.
When I walked in here, he was very tired and watching YouTube shorts, and I brought the energy. And the first thing he says to me is, not hello, not hey, how are you, hey, anything. I just entered his house, took my coat off, came in here like I live here, and he goes, you're really loud.
I did say that, and I was very proud of myself for saying that.
You know what I'm fucking sick of?
He always says that I'm fucking loud, just so that you know.
I did say that today.
Yeah. Like, anytime I have any sort of conversation, he's like, why are you so loud? Like, shut the fuck up, man. Let me talk.
Whoa! Aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I'm so sick of you and your fucking time schedule.
What time schedule?
I'm sick of your shit.
I run on Mexican time.
Okay, it really bothers me. Because it's things that you plan, and it's things that have a fucking time frame.
Just so that you guys understand what we're starting off with is his hatred towards me right now.
No, it's all good. I don't hate you.
Oh, yeah. He's been harboring some deep shit against me the last couple days.
The problem is that we record at the end of the week when life is good again.
Yeah.
And I let go of a lot of my anger. So I don't have the energy of the pent up aggression like I had this whole week.
Yeah.
I just want to address publicly.
I want you to know.
Okay.
That I hold that anger in that I have of you for the podcast.
What do I do that could possibly anger you?
After you do your whole
besides
spiel.
my little nitpicks.
Oh yeah,
and my little tisms. What?
No, it's all good.
Okay.
Just do your story.
I just want to say that except for your wedding, I've never seen you on time.
I wasn't on time for my wedding.
You weren't on time for your wedding either, bro.
I went to Target and we stayed there for too long.
Which, by the way, made for a good story.
Yeah.
But so for your birthday dinner, we have reservation times for 11 people.
Yeah.
Even the Asians got there on time.
I was there first.
No! I was there first. And then pulled up Johnny Donnie, and then the Mexicans. Xiomara and Pelos.
I'll say this.
You're so calm right now. It's making me angry.
I walked into the building first and got seated first.
No.
Yeah. Shh. I don't remember you.
No, you didn't. We were waiting in there. What are you talking about? Don't gaslight me.
You were never sitting in the back of the fucking place.
We were sitting at the front in the weight room in the fucking... After I checked this in, after I called Courtney, and I have the receipts, I called Courtney. I was like, hey, are you guys almost here? Do you want me to check in? She's like, yeah, can you talk to them? Please, we're running behind. Because that's how she fucking...
Hey, man.
Yeah?
That's crazy they charged you an extra $100.
So on Valentine... let's move the aggression.
Let me just change the subject real quick.
Because here's the thing. For 11 of us, I understand that if there is some issues with the bill or whatever, that's usually fine. However, those things are normally addressed, especially at higher end restaurants, at the scene of the crime on the receipt, itemized receipts. I read them, okay? And our waiter, Jack, was a really cool dude.
Oh, he was awesome.
We got it. Jack is mentioned. You're on the podcast.
Jack is also a rock climber.
We gave him a card.
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did.
I think we did. I'm pretty sure I slid you a card, and you were like...
No, you told me to give him one.
Got it. So...
I didn't have one.
I tipped him very well.
Yeah.
I tipped him an undisclosed amount in cash, and I paid with my Amex card, right? Why do I have to find out that I'm charged an extra $100 a few days later? You know what I mean? That bothers me.
I was also kind of mad that, I don't drink alcohol.
Right.
And somehow my bill was more expensive than the guy who was sitting across from me drinking alcohol.
Right.
Which is Pelos.
Yeah.
He had 2 drinks or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I only paid $120 something.
Right, something's wrong.
I was like, I paid $150. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you didn't pay $100 for your Sprites, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Your shitty Sprites.
Oh, and it was nasty Sprite.
I'm going to talk shit real quick. The Sprite and the Coke that I think Johnny ordered.
I don't know. I didn't have any Coke.
Horrible. I'm not a brown soda person anymore, but
I'm hating, not because, Coke, represents fucking ice now, but,
Amen. No.
Amen, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Deportation.
How
Be careful.
So, I'm with you.
But I just don't like Coke. Like, it doesn't taste good to me. Hey,
No.
punching a little too hard.
No, and it used to for me. I used to be
Every once in a while, I'd
right,
enjoy it.
like a nice cherry Coke.
Yeah.
And fucking it up. But after COVID, after having it for so many times, I heard that like you just start to not like things that you used to like in taste wise. So yeah, I hate almost all sodas and pops except for our beloved Sprite.
Yeah.
And I don't even drink pop. I don't like, you know what I mean?
Well, I mainly drink water now.
When I hang out with you, occasionally we'll have one of those like Mountain
Oh my
Dews.
God. Sprite cranberry is still the fucking best.
And Sprite cranberry.
Just so that you guys
Not
know.
a sponsor.
I am not sponsoring Sprite cranberry, but
That was good.
But
Yeah.
it is so fucking good. And if you haven't had it,
Yeah.
give Coca-Cola your money.
Wow.
Cause I'm just saying, even though they fucking deport their own people, damn, they make a good Sprite.
Hey man. I don't want to talk too much about it, but Sprite cranberry is really good.
Yeah.
And you put me on that.
Dude.
You changed my life that day.
I love those commercials.
What commercials?
Have you ever seen the Sprite
cranberry?
Yeah. Have you
What?
seen the Sprite cranberry
I
commercials?
have not seen the Sprite cranberry commercial.
It's always like it's not like claymation, but more like Play-Doh style.
Claymation? I got you.
I know I just said the same shit.
Yeah.
But it like it's more like, you know, like paper mache claymation style. Like it's really drawn and tacky,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But like there's always like a Christmas theme to it and it always looks good. And then you got the fucker coming out. Dude, it's such a later I'm gonna play
I
it for
haven't
you.
seen it. Okay.
Maybe this
Is
will
it
be
like the extra gum commercials where it's like the drawings?
new Trident layers. And new extra layers of flavor. I'm not talking about that, but
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. But it's just one of those like who was it? I think it's Shaq, right?
Sure. Yeah, he owns everything.
Yeah, I think it's Shaq who does the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this family is just like minding their business and they're so fucking thirsty setting up for the Christmas party. And then Shaq comes out of nowhere and he's like, how about a Sprite cranberry? Huh! And he like flings it at this dude. And then the dude's just like, huh? And then everything just explodes.
That is literally how it feels.
That is how fucking...
When it's ice cold from the can. From the can.
Oh.
Something about Sprite from a can. Just game changing.
Yeah, dude.
Game changing. I'm a big glass bottle drinker too.
Mm-hmm.
Sprite from the can. It's different.
When you see like on the corner, I know we went from yelling at Kyle to
no. I was going to call it back as soon as we were done with it.
As soon as we got into Sprite.
I was going to get hot.
But I really love when like you're passing by somebody and they just have a like, you know, stereotypical like cooler and it's full of ice.
Sure.
And you open that bitch up and you see the Sprite in there.
Oh yeah.
You know that Sprite is just the right temperature.
Every time you've had a family or like a kind of party, there's ice cold Sprite available.
There's always Sprite.
And if
like
there
that.
isn't, I'm bringing it. We're good.
Exactly.
That's where it is, man.
And I'm just like, oh, you know,
I don't.
Well, yeah, a couple months ago,
Where aren't you on time for things?
I bought a case of Sprite cranberry. And
where is it?
It didn't last long.
Oh yeah,
house.
no, I bet you had 2 a day.
Dude, I drank one.
Yeah.
And was like,
I could do another.
I feel like it could have been better.
Okay.
And I'm like, and what I mean by that is, I fucking like put one in the freezer.
Right.
Put one in the fridge.
Yeah.
And I drank one warm.
Right.
Your
mistake.
So I immediately was like, warm, delicious.
Yeah.
You know? And then I was just like, cold, delicious. Oh my God, amazing. And then frozen solid, pretty much, like slushy style.
Oh shit.
And I'm just like, you know, like
orgasms.
I'm just having the time of my life with it. And I literally
you had a tummy ache later.
No, I just did that shit the entire time, just over and over again. I was just redoing the experiment.
The 3 cycle.
Yeah, even let John have one.
That's the circle of life. You let him have one?
Only one.
You know, John is like that. Have you ever seen the Family Guy clip of he's got a naked twin or hairless twin that lives in the shed in the back that he feeds garbage sometimes? So Peter Griffin has a naked twin, right? That he keeps like hidden away from the family. So he goes back there every once in a while. He's like, "Here you go. It's almost Christmas." And the naked Peter is like, can I meet the family now? And then that Peter is like, you've overstepped. No Christmas. And he like slams and locks the door or something. That's John.
I don't think I've seen that skit, but when you say that, I think of like the reverse Bart, the one that's like for the Simpsons wise.
Reverse Bart.
Well, it's not a reverse Bart, but Bart had a twin brother.
Okay.
And so the story goes is that Marge was supposed to have an evil child.
Okay.
One was supposed to be good. One was supposed to be true evil.
Okay.
Right? So they decided to take one of the kids and throw them in the attic and only feed them fish guts and like fish heads and shit.
Great.
And just so that it could live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, who was supposed to be deemed as the good child, was allowed to like, you know, live a normal life, right? Well, they were conjoined twins at the time, so they cut them in half. And I guess that, I don't know the name of the creature or whatever the other Bart is, but it looks just like Bart, just fucked up a little bit, right? And his goal is to like stitch himself back to the normal Bart so they can be one again and they can be treated like family.
Oh.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, when all the crazy shit happens, because like there's a bunch of shit that happens, right?
Okay.
Like this Bart goes almost on a killing spree.
Nice.
But you kind of find out that the evil Bart is the
Main
original Bart,
Gotcha.
not that Bart.
Yeah.
And they just fucked up because Homer's a fucking idiot.
I gotcha.
You know? So, child abuse.
Nice. So for Valentine's Day, we had
A great
a
time.
week prior previously purchased tickets for a set time at something that had the potential to be very busy. Look at me. Don't look at her.
Do you hear this pussy over here?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, everyone's going to dinner. Everyone's having reservations. So
Yeah.
you got to play it smart, especially for dinner. Sammy and I had dinner at like 5:30
That's nice, man.
because I knew dinner rush is like 6 or 7, right?
That's great.
Why do you guys have reservations for a place that'll probably be very busy at 7 o'clock when we have a 9 o'clock time? I don't want to be stressed for time when I'm eating. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So we're done eating. We get there at like 8:25, you know, before the 9 o'clock,
I do have a story
Valentine's,
to tell you for that.
you know, it better be like a here's why story.
Oh, no. But go ahead.
And, you know, I asked Courtney, like, hey, are you guys almost here? I even asked your brother, hey, are you guys almost here for our 9 o'clock tickets to this Valentine's Day haunted house at Eloise in Westland?
9:30.
No. 9 to 9:30 is the brick. That means like from 9 is when you start. 9:30 is when you're done with the show.
No, because it was an hour-long event.
It wasn't, though.
You could have made it longer.
No.
What are you talking about? It was literally...
You're walking through.
You walk through, it's 30 minutes long the first half, and then it's like an extra 20-ish minutes the second half.
Sure.
So there's your hour, just minus the extra time.
There's 60 minutes in an hour.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there's not as much rage as I had this whole week. It's like if you're making the plans, why aren't you on time for them?
Because I don't need to be. Obviously, I'm perfect in every way, shape, or form.
Like you live in a location that's a lot closer to things than there are for me when we go do things and
Well,
whatever.
how far was that from you?
Well, if we started in Dearborn, which is where we went to dinner, Sammy and I,
Yeah.
we're 15 minutes from, not even, we're 10 minutes from Eloise.
Okay, then you're good.
I'm good. I know I'm good. You're not good.
I was 20 minutes.
So the next time we go do something, and if you're not on time, I'm going to shoot you.
Okay, so since you want to be a squeaker right now and
Yeah.
keep yelling into your mic.
Yeah, people like that.
No, like I've told you, no, bad boy.
What? You just don't like listening to my voice.
No.
The viewers love my voice.
No. I have to edit your voice so that they can hear it.
Don't do that. Okay.
But when we got to the fucking
Your mom. I'm not a squeaker anymore.
You've always been. It's like I think of that one video.
I used to purposely deepen my voice when I play video games so people wouldn't say I was a squeaker when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't have that issue.
I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you sounded like this when you came out of the room. You were like,
hello.
when you fucking popped out of there.
Hello, mother.
Actually, you almost died. So when they resuscitated you, you were like,
hey, mother, I'm alive. I made it.
feed me.
Yeah, feed me, mother. So what ended up happening was we got to the Valentine's
What are we
Day,
talking about? Oh, okay.
like dinner.
I'm in.
Right?
Yeah.
We went to
Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse, which would have been nice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it kind of was nice at first.
Yeah. Did they bring you bread at least?
Yeah, they brought us bread.
The brown bread and the butter.
Yeah.
For sure.
What?
Yeah. You sounded like me, you fucking squeaker.
I did it for you. Thank you.
You fucked up.
No, not even close. But so
a little far?
What ended up happening?
Yeah.
Was we got there.
I'm gonna kill you.
We sat for because we got there at 6 something. You know, we figured we'd get there a little bit early.
No. You got there at 7 something.
No.
Yes.
We got there at 6.
You had reservations for 7.
Yes, and we had to sit there and wait.
You want time for that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
So then we sat there, we're waiting, and then they finally got our table ready, right?
Right.
And we're like, cool, we got our table ready. The lady came around. She's like, hey, what do you guys want to drink? Blah, blah, blah. You know, the normal shit. Very nice lady for the most part. And we're like, yeah, let us get, a couple pops. I got Sprite, obviously. Everybody else got whatever fucking drink they wanted.
I'm going to ask you a
I
question.
think my brother got lemonade.
Okay, so Mikhail was with you.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, I was texting him too. He didn't answer me the whole night. But he had the time to send me memes the entire week.
Yeah.
On not just Instagram, but on Facebook Messenger too.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Go ahead.
He was having a great time with his date. So
no, that's good for him.
And so far, his date is actually a pretty chill person.
She seems
really
very nice. She's very lovely.
Yeah. She is
they
not.
They get it on for sure.
I'm going to be honest. She's not ready for our family.
Okay. Is she more distinguished?
She's a little.
She seems grown up.
She's more normal.
Yeah. She seems very grown up.
So the shit that we were saying, she was just like, so you guys just say stuff like this all the time?
Even more.
We're
like, it down for you.
Oh yeah, we're way worse than this.
That's funny.
I'm to be honest, my brother's on his best behavior for some reason.
Dude, seeing him at dinner for your birthday was insane. I was like, who is that?
So there was a part where my brother wanted to be oh, I'm gonna be the hero of the day or whatever, right? There was this little boy. He looked like he was lost and he was trying to
at Outback Steakhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was trying to climb up a wall-ish thing to get a child seat, right?
Okay.
And
what the fuck?
Why, we don't know.
Yeah.
But my brother's watching him, and then the whole time, the girl saw her, was like, oh my God, that little kid's gonna get hurt. He's gonna fall, and then we're gonna have to watch him get up or whatever. She said a whole story about him getting fucking crushed.
Okay.
Right? So my brother was like, I'll be Superman. And he hopped up from the fucking chair, started walking towards him. I was like, hey. And then I was like, oh, there he goes, trying to kidnap another child.
Right.
Immediately I started saying these jokes about him kidnapping kids and beating them or stuff.
Oh
right?
my God.
And she was
hilarious.
Hilarious. And she's just sitting there oh, he would never. I was like, you don't know our niece.
Oh no,
we beat that bitch. And yeah, and then I was saying jokes, and then my brother went over there, grabbed the fucking thing for the kid, and was like, "Hey man, don't kill yourself,"
Yeah,
and gave it to him, but the kid didn't want it. His mom came out of the bathroom as my brother handed him the thing, and it just I told the table, I was like, man, see what you just did. Now my brother's a pedophile. You clearly just got him caught by that dude's mom trying to kidnap his child. And she's like, no, that's not what I did. I was like, you ruined my brother's life. They're going to call the cops right now. I'm just saying stupid shit to her the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, all you hear is my brother. Oh, I thought he was trying to get one of these and it looked like he was going to fall because he was climbing. So I just went and grabbed it for him, nonchalantly. And the mom was like, oh my God, thank you, blah, blah. No, we're just stopping in the bathroom, then we're leaving. And then I was like, you hear me just saying, kill the child, kill, saying a bunch of stupid shit. But, in between of all that bullshit, that's a whole 2-minute thing that happened.
Sure.
We're sitting there and we get our orders and we put our orders in literally maybe 5 minutes after we sat down. Because like when we
Okay.
first sat down, we were like, give us drinks, give us these appetizers, and then let's get the food going right afterwards. Right.
So you guys had a good plan.
She walked away, came back. We ordered our food right then and there.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Like maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
We were like, we don't have time to really wait. We got to eat our food and just go.
Okay.
That was the plan.
Okay.
Right.
Are you gaslighting me or are you telling me
No.
the truth?
No. It's like 7:10.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Give it that time frame. 7:10. We've already ordered our food and we're sitting there waiting. Right. And about maybe 15 minutes later, our appetizers finally show up and we're like, reasonable time. Okay.
For a busy night. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a busy night. We had to wait 15 minutes. Cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
Our appetizers come. We start eating them. Blah, blah, blah. We're just talking, laughing. And like, you know, I'm talking shit the whole time. Like, man, I can't wait to steal their silverware because, you know.
Let me comment on that. Outback Steakhouse, not a sponsor, has some of the worst silverware I've ever seen.
Yeah, their silverware wasn't like nice or anything.
No.
Still got it.
Allegedly.
I even stole their charcuterie board.
Continue this. No, did you?
Allegedly. No, I would never.
Continue the story.
Dude, it's like that big and it like holds the bread and then there's a little thing for the butter.
You're incriminating yourself. Allegedly.
I didn't take it. It fit in my back pocket.
Oh, you just tested it out.
Yeah.
I'm with you. What's the matter with you? Continue.
But yeah, no. So like we get there and we're like sitting there and about 40 minutes pass. We're like, where the fuck is our food? Like what's going on? And it's literally like 8 something, right?
Mm.
And we're like, okay, we're just gonna wait like a few more minutes because we're gonna be super late if we don't fucking just go.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
And we're like, okay, something's going on. And then we asked the people, we're like, hey, when are we getting our food? We've been here for like over an hour.
For sure.
Like,
yeah,
what's going on?
It's an appropriate time to ask.
Right. And the lady's like, let me find out for you. She comes back like 10 minutes later.
Okay.
Right. And she's like, so because of like how many people are here and all that and how backed up it is, your food's not going to be ready for like another hour. And
whoa.
Yeah.
I've never, ever heard a waiter or waitress say that before.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And we're like, oh, we have like somewhere to be at 9. Keep in mind, it's like 8 fucking 20 right now.
Yeah.
And we're like,
that's right when Courtney about texted me. She's like, they haven't brought our food yet.
Yeah. And we're like, we can't wait on this. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So then the lady leaves. Like, as soon as she told us that, she just said it and then just, so we wouldn't say shit to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she comes back like maybe another 10-ish minutes. And we're like, hey, can we just pay for what's on the table? And like, for the funniest part though, for like a good like 10 minutes, we were just staring at the family that was like across from us eating their food. And like, they looked at us and we just pretended to eat food.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I never got to use the silverware. That's why I stole it all. I mean, I allegedly.
I gotcha.
So we told them, we're like, can we just pay for these appetizers and we got to go? And they're like, and the lady was like, oh, I'd have to cancel your order.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
And we're like, yeah, we gotta fucking go.
Right.
And then she was just like, let me go to the kitchen. Maybe they can make it really fast. And like, let me find out. And she goes to the kitchen and they're like, yeah, no, they're not going to be able to make it for you in time. So I'm just going to ring this up for you. You know, and I was like, cool.
You guys didn't even eat dinner? Like a full dinner?
No.
I want to let you know.
All we ate was fucking stuffed mushrooms, fucking whatever that awesome blossom bullshit is, which isn't very awesome. Yeah. I don't like it that much, but Courtney always makes me buy it.
They're like $8.
Yeah, but it feels like it's mediocre these days. Like I remember.
No, I'm saying they're like expensive.
Oh,
they used to not be. Actually, they're about 10 now or 11. Yeah,
and it's like a fucking $1 onion that you just chop up and then you dip in fucking.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then. Because that's what I got. I got an awesome blossom and a fucking mushroom.
Stuffed mushrooms.
And fucking my brother got fries and then something else, cheese sticks or something like that. Right.
Right.
That's all we ate.
Wow. I want you to know, for like a week and a half, I've harbored like so much hate and anger for you. Which it's not a big deal. I wasn't like extremely angry because like we all still went. It's just like I kind of wish we all went together.
Yeah.
You know? But
I don't think you would have had as good of a time if you came with our party.
why?
I'll explain that afterwards.
Okay.
But continue what you were trying to say.
I'm just saying I didn't know you suffered just to get there on time.
Yeah. So we were just like, yeah, no, we got to fucking go. I literally handed her my card. I was like, I don't give a fuck what the bill is. Just fucking put it on my card.
Right on.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
What city were you guys eating in?
I don't fucking know.
All right.
Wherever there's a fucking
There's
steakhouse.
like 20 Outback Steakhouses.
Good. Let there be. I'll say this. We were about 23 minutes away from the fucking place.
Okay.
And we rushed there.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got there at like 9. It was like 9:08 or 9:10, something like around there.
You got there like 9:10?
Yeah.
Damn, what'd you guys do? Sit in the car for like 20 minutes?
No. We got out of the car.
You called me at 9:42
Did I?
when you were at the front door and talking to the guy and saying, we don't have the tickets. We're VIP.
Oh, yeah. No, that's when we got I tried calling you when we were like already there walking around for a little bit.
Oh.
And then when we were at the door at the entrance walking in, that's when I'm like, yeah, well, where the fuck are you?
We were just walking out when you called.
Yeah, I know.
I gotcha.
So then I was like, oh, okay.
Like out of the basement. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fine. Whatever. But what I meant by that is I kind of wish me and my wife went on our own, not with the group.
What happened? Because I'll tell you, just Sammy and I was great.
Yeah.
We had a very good time. It was very like just the two of us, you know? It was awesome. So why not a group of 4 or 6?
So the only reason I wouldn't recommend a bigger group is because the way that it felt was when we went through, they would see my brother and his girl because they were in the front. They would jump out, do whatever, and then me and Courtney were like a few feet behind. So
you wouldn't get any.
We would see everything happen, and then they would quickly get back in position, but we were already there.
Oh,
you know, so
I gotcha.
We were like literally steps behind them, right?
Yeah,
like just one step. So like we would see everything, and sometimes it would be like the people would like not pop out on them, and they would wait until they pop out on us, which was kind of cool. But for the most part, my brother and his girl got all the entertainment while we kind of just sat in the sidelines. Damn. And I was like, I'm kind of glad Thomas didn't come with us because it wasn't bad. It was beautiful. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The haunted house was really nice.
Yeah. And I'll say all the actors were on point this time.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah. They were really great. That was the one thing that bothered me about it before when I went for the Halloween season.
Yeah.
Animatronics great. Whole room's great. Music great. Lights great. Scares great. All the staff are like high school kids with makeup, stage makeup. It looks horrible, right? Valentine's night, they had it down. I saw a lot of really good makeup. I saw a lot more adults.
Oh yeah,
really went out.
A lot of adults were there.
I like that.
There was one person. You know when you went to the alien part, right? The basement.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. There was a fucking alien creature that came running out of the fucking. Oh look, my brother's calling.
The little hole. Is that pausing our fucking thing?
I don't think so. It looks like it's still going.
Check.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Check. Okay, good.
It's definitely recording.
No, I'm just saying check. Like I'm watching the bars go up.
Shut the fuck up. It's working.
I'm just saying the bars are going up.
Who cares?
So yeah.
I hope he doesn't come in the house because then all the dogs are gonna go crazy and he's gonna fucking use the thing that makes the dogs go even crazier.
Hopefully not.
Whatever. But yeah, so like going through it, it was really nice. And the one thing that I really did like was that they're allowed to touch you.
Oh, of course.
That's always a great experience.
It's always great. It makes it better.
When you're just walking and then, hey. Yeah.
Especially if you're with someone that doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't care about getting touched, but every single person there, because I had my hair in a ponytail.
Oh, they're just touching the bun.
They grabbed my bun, yank.
Constant.
Every time.
Constant.
And I'm just like, it's just me getting my hair pulled.
It didn't bother me, but it was enough to be like, God, can I get another thing?
It's like, yeah, like you could grab my ass right now and I would be okay with it.
It's
You
always
don't gotta fucking yank my hair.
Yeah. And they would like yell down the hallway like, man bun's coming.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
They're like, he has really nice soft hair.
That's exactly what they say. I will say that if they didn't think Sammy and I were a couple,
Yeah.
I know two of those actors were getting a little too handsy with me. Towards the end of the nursing section before the filing cabinets, if you recall.
I do.
By the way, the scariest part is the office part. When it's like work stuff, like filing cabinets and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what the spot you're talking about, but elaborate a little more.
Like when you walk, you're going past the nursing things, and after the nursing things, it turns into like a office space. It turns into like there's a whole bunch of filing cabinets everywhere, and like all kinds of stuff.
And they're all dented.
I just think
and stuff.
as a joke, for me personally, that's the scariest part because it's like, oh, I'm back at work. No, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's all. It's not like the actual scariest part. The scariest part to me, by the way, is the SCP shit downstairs. The science escape.
I really liked it down there.
God, it's so good. They have all
fucking awesome.
The music, the fucking the sounds, the animatronics, the giant monsters. Amazing.
So what I was trying to explain before was when I was walking out.
Yeah.
The little person, like I don't know if
that came out of the holes.
I don't know if it was a midget or just a really short person.
I think short people, yeah.
But they like reached for my leg, right? And they missed me. Like they just barely touched my leg, and they were like, "No!" And they like screamed and ran after me.
Ooh.
And then they like reached for my leg again, but I just so happened to be moving my leg, right? So I felt them breeze my leg one more time, and then I hear another screaming sound, and I'm like I'm looking back at it. I'm not ignoring it.
For sure.
You know, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then I just keep walking. Right when we're about to leave its area, it fucking grips my fucking leg.
Nice.
And just yanks me. And
that's awesome.
I'm like, whoa,
that's great.
That thing is strong.
Yeah, that's great.
And then like I get pulled back a little bit, and then it just screams one more time and then runs away.
That's fun.
And I was like, all right.
Respect.
Yeah.
She wasn't letting you go.
She missed 2 times. It was like third time's the charm. Bitch.
I'm getting him, and she yanked you back.
Yeah.
That's funny. So two of those actors, after the office part and stuff, they were a little handsy. And I think if they didn't think that Sammy and I were together, they would have like really like it was like a little too like, you know, I know you're playing a part, but you're like actually fucking me right now. So there was a girl.
All right.
She was very pretty. I'll give her that. And, you know, I like the face piercings. I like the bandana on her hair. I was in, right?
Sure.
She was like grabbing my face. And then when she got really close to me, she was like, you're so handsome. And was like touching me. But then she got that look in her eyes where she was like, should I kiss him? And then she like looked at Sammy and was like, should I kiss him? And I was like, oh, she actually said that.
Yeah.
And then Sammy was like, do it. Go for it. You know? And then she like grabbed me and was like, but it was like a solid like 3 seconds of just straight eye contact. And I was like, that almost got weird.
So I know exactly the chick that you're talking about. Right. We were going through, she yanked my hair too and all that. And she said like weird shit. Right. Yeah. And then like, you know, I always talk back.
For sure.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm in with you.
And then like I looked like as we're walking, I looked at her and I was like, with the most boredest face ever. I'm like, is that really all you got?
Oh.
And she just started screaming from the top of her lungs.
Nice.
And I'm like,
just like, that's what I want to hear. That's great.
So like she just started screaming and then we just kept walking.
I know as a personal haunt actor that they really appreciate it when people are like in. Like they're either like getting scared or they're with you. They're like, come on, amp it up. You know what I mean?
I really liked the parts where what's the best way of saying it? Not when they were there to scare you, but when they were just behind the scenes.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean the background actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, like behind the big glass wall with the fucking surgeons.
And you can like barely see them or like because like they're like watching you to see if you're coming to their next spot so they can get ready.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, you mean like behind the doors, the double doors?
Yeah, like behind all that shit.
Amazing.
And like you could just sort of see them because like they have it all fogged glass.
Yeah.
And it's like did I just see somebody move from there?
And then you look again and they're gone.
Yeah, and then you look again and they were just gone.
They, like I was saying,
I was like,
they did a really great job.
Keep in mind, they had half the staff of what they would normally have.
Okay.
Because I came back the next day to do an escape room.
Yeah.
And the lady told us, she was like, yeah, man, I don't know what it is, but, you know, we had half the staff and apparently everybody loved it this time. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, you guys did a good job.
Cut half your employees. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's not that they cut them. They make more money during, you know, Halloween time.
During haunt season.
So they have to have more people.
Yeah.
But I want you to know this. Like, once we went there and we did all that shit, they told us that it's $20 to do an escape room.
Yeah.
And I was like, $20 is a great deal.
If we weren't drinking, we would have done it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, $20 is a great deal. I would like to do it, but we're going through the haunted house, so I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And then the lady told us, she was like, well, if you come back tomorrow, we'll, you know, keep the price. Instead of it being $40 or 45, whatever the price is, they'll only charge us 25.
That's great.
And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And I tried calling you on multiple times, but you bluntly ignored my fucking phone call.
Was this on Sunday?
Yeah.
No, I was dead, dude.
Yeah.
No, I was deceased. I didn't answer you because I was gone.
I'm sure you were. But
I don't drink, so when I drink, I'm deceased.
And I was just like, well, I guess he's not coming, so whatever. Fuck
you know
him.
who I did answer?
Who?
Courtney.
Okay.
She called me.
Okay.
And I was like, I know you called me at least 3 times. Yeah, and Courtney called, and I answered her. And she was like, do you want to go to this thing? I was like, no, I can't do it. And then I hung up.
Yeah. Okay. But
also, snow and ice. Can't do it.
Whatever. It was a good time.
I'm glad.
Dude, I went and the ladies, like, we got there like before all of our friends, right?
For sure.
So
surprising.
Yeah. We still showed up late, but
God damn it.
We still showed up late, but everybody else showed up later.
For sure.
But we were the only people, right?
Nice.
So she was like, you're our last people of the day, so who gives a fuck when you show up? We'll leave right after.
Amazing.
And we were like, oh, cool. So we're just waiting for one of our friends to show up. Johnny ended up canceling.
Bitch.
You know, like literally like an hour before we were supposed to go.
Why he canceled?
I don't know what happened, but whatever. I never asked. I haven't been on my computer in the last couple days, you know?
Yeah. I've noticed.
Yeah.
The nation has been lacking without you.
Dude, it's yeah. But so what ended up happening was I called Alfredo, and Alfredo's been cool.
He's been pulling up.
He's been just pulling up.
Whenever you call.
And I'm like, all right. I was like, hey man, we got a free ticket. Do you want it? Well, I didn't say free. I was like, it's $25.
Bitch.
Yeah. And I was like, we got an extra spot. We already paid for it. He had to cancel last minute. It was $25. I don't know if you want to come, but it starts in an hour.
Cool.
If you got the time, cool. If you don't, no pressure. He was like, well, let me see how far it is. And he's like, it's about a 40-minute drive for me. And I was like, yeah, it's about the same for us. And he was just like, all right, give me 10 minutes. I'll leave my house.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
I was like, oh, shit. I didn't think he was going to say that. I thought he was just going to be like, no, I'm in my pajamas. Fuck you, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Like a normal person.
Yeah.
Because, you know, last minute plans usually don't work. But it was great. So he starts making his way. We get there. Pelos shows up. Before they get there, the ladies, we walk in and the ladies like start talking to us and they're like, hey, bathrooms are over here. We're just going to be over here hanging out. And they go into like their own like little office room. They're just sitting in there. As soon as they left me unattended, I went through the fucking I went through the fucking haunted house.
Why?
Because it was fucking great. I got to see it in the daytime with all the lights on and just looking at all the creepy mannequins and shit. The only area I didn't go was the basement because I didn't know how far I could get away.
Yeah.
You know?
So you went through the whole upstairs.
I went through the whole upstairs. It was so fucking awesome. Just seeing it in the dark and the flashing lights. It's thematic. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
But to be able to see behind the scenes work.
For sure.
Where it's like, oh man, that looked like it was slathered in blood. Nope. It was just the coloration of like some other bullshit, you know? Or like just looking at it all. And then finding out that every single like area, like they just loop you through the same spot to where like everywhere is connected and people can just get around easily. I'm like, wow, like seeing how it was built, made me appreciate it more.
For sure.
And it was really cool.
For sure.
I tried to get my brother to walk through the whole thing with me. He pussied out.
Him?
Yeah.
Was his date there?
Yeah. But that's what I think it was. Like, he was trying to be on good behavior because he was like, I want to get kicked out of here. I was like, it's only $20. Come on. You know?
Yeah. What do we have to lose?
Yeah, what do we have to lose?
Yeah.
But
our entire paychecks.
Yeah. So like I just ran out there, ran around. It was a really good time. And thank you. And they were telling us after we got done doing the escape room, which was extremely good. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms that you had to get through, and each room had like 4 puzzles each.
What the fuck do you want me to say? I'm listening.
Yeah. I was just well, you've worked in that sort of industry.
Okay, you paused.
I'm just saying, like, there was 6 rooms and they each had like a bunch of different things that you had to do. So there was more than enough for like a large group, and we had a pretty good, decent sized group to where everybody got to do something.
Nice.
You know, and like everybody did their own thing, and like we all found, like, we literally would spread out, come back, spread out, come back, spread out, come back, and then we would be like, what we find? Oh, I got this. Look, I got drugs. You know, like just random shit. It was a lot of fun. I don't know. It was just good to do it. And then once we got out of it, they were explaining to us how they have if you wanted to, you could go to a lock-in there.
Yeah. No,
not for you.
That's a money stealer.
It is a money stealer.
I appreciate the escape rooms. I appreciate haunted houses. I don't appreciate like why add something, because this is why it bothers me, is like when I worked at my escape room, haunted house, they also had a lock-in thing, and I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Why?
Well,
like, why would they have a lock-in? Because I don't get that.
Like that's the thing, like why do you have it now? Eloise being an abandoned asylum / mental hospital that had a lot of incidents and a lot of deaths, it's a lot cooler. But it's like, you know, it's $65 or whatever it is. It's overnight. It's like,
this was not $65, but
how much was it?
$150.
Okay, see, like I'm not gonna do that when I could like go home, watch some like creepy stuff on YouTube.
It's
you know what I mean?
So I was trying to convince myself that it's worth it, right?
Why?
Hold on.
That's why you're trying to get me in it.
No, I was trying to convince myself that it's worth it, because as soon as I saw the price tag, I was like, obviously I would never. Right. Like I saw that and I was like, oh, $150. I hope this thing can suck my dick too. Like, what the fuck? Fuck these ghosts. But what?
Jesus.
It's just the thought, right? But in my head, I was like, well, if I did go to it, it would just be a really cool experience to walk around and look at all the different things that this facility had, because they explained how they've only really converted the bottom area. Right. All the other levels,
it's all the same.
Is just what it used to be, and maybe them sweeping up a little bit, you know, like doing a little bit of cleaning here and there. But it's pretty much just degraded and worn down, and you know,
and eventually it will all collapse.
Probably, yeah. But it's just that thought. Like they were explaining, like there's sounds that happen. There's all this stuff. They believe, like from what they were explaining, they truly believed the place was haunted.
Adding to that fact, my dad and his group at work, like his friends, they did one of those overnight haunts there. He didn't stay the night, but like he did one of those like ghost adventure hunts there. And he said like he doesn't do it often. It's kind of just like if the group wants to go, he'll do it. You know, he's older. Yeah. He said that was like the most paranormal experience he's had was at that asylum.
Because he was literally saying, or like the lady, it wasn't a he. I said he because you used a man voice or whatever the fuck.
What are you on right now?
Water.
Just go ahead. Water.
But
water.
Yeah. But what ended up happening was she was just explaining and like all the shit that she's been through and like the experiences that she had. Yeah. And then the girl who was with her apparently was like a new chick. So she's like, yeah, I've only been here for like 4 days, so I don't really know. I haven't gone upstairs. I've been mostly on the floor working. And we were like, oh, okay, cool. But she was like explaining how, or the girl that's worked there for a while, she was explaining how like she was like behind a door, you know, doing something inside a room, whatever, filing paperwork or whatever bullshit she was doing, and she heard high heels walking through the hall.
Nice.
And she's like, oh, that's this one chick, her boss, right? She's like, okay, she's coming. She's probably going to walk through this door, and then I'm going to be standing right at the door, so I should get out of the way, right? So, like, she stopped what she was doing and, like, stood on the other side just to wait for her to come through the door. And she hears her walking, you know? And she's like, she can hear, like, each step, whatever. And then when it finally got to the door, like, nobody opened the door. So she was like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? She's just standing outside the door with her phone or something. And she goes and she opens the door and no one's there.
Nice.
And she's like, oh, okay. And then she just closed the door again and went right back to work.
Got it.
You know?
Door, yeah.
But she's like, yeah, I hear like the nurses walking around all the time. I hear like heavy footsteps of like boots and like grown men doing things.
Nice.
I hear doors opening and closing randomly. And I'm like, that's cool.
That is cool.
Like, I'd like to see it happen.
Sure.
Or like figure out why it's happening.
Sure.
You know?
It's from Powers from Beyond, man.
Right. And then immediately, like they were explaining, yeah, we give you guys equipment too. Like, we have our equipment. So for 150, they provide you with equipment that you can walk around with.
Yeah, like audio detectors.
Yeah, so you can scan and do audio and whatever you pick up. Cool.
Real life asthma.
Yeah. Real life phasmophobia. Or, you know, if you have your own shit, you can bring your own shit. And that's what she said. And then fucking Alfredo was like, can I bring a Ouija board? And then, like, immediately in my head, I was like, why the fuck would you want to bring a Ouija board? Like, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Haunted a place. It'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be the place to do it.
It's the best spot to do it because there's a good chance you'll get something.
Right.
But then in my head, I'm like, I've watched way too many horror movies.
I've seen both Ouija movies.
I've seen all of them that involve fucking Ouija boards, and I don't want anything to do with a Ouija board.
Just in case.
Just in case. I don't want nothing to do with it.
I don't know, man. I'd sign my soul to the devil for a better life. Route 66.
The problem is that at this point in time in our life, I feel like our souls just aren't as valuable.
No, not at all.
So we would have to promise like our children soul.
I can't do that.
I'm just saying, man.
You're looking at me like you're about to like sign the deal right now.
Hey, business is business.
Business is business.
And if I could provide my family with a better life and all I had to do was damn my child to eternity into hell.
That's all good.
But my other kids get to live an amazing life.
We're solid.
We're solid.
My firstborn child is yours.
And what if it's not even my firstborn? What if they say my lastborn, you know? But I feel like the firstborn is more special.
Oh yeah, it's more special.
So whatever.
Yeah.
And what if my firstborn comes out ginger? It would never, but if it did, doesn't have a soul anyway.
What's wrong with Obeda? Something's wrong with him. Yeah. I've seen his whole family. He looks so out of place.
Dude, he's just a ginger. Like, he doesn't
They
make
stole
sense.
him. He's a white kid.
Yeah, they definitely kidnapped that fucker.
Good.
Yeah. Because every time he introduced someone new from his family, they look nothing like him.
No, but guess what? They all look like each other.
But they all look like each other. And I'm like, are you sure you're not from another family?
We should talk to him next week. We should be like, listen, man, we know.
Yeah, we know you're adopted.
Whatever they didn't tell you, I'll tell you.
They definitely stole him.
There's no doubt in my mind. I keep looking at him all the time, and I'm like, just because you speak Arabic and you're Muslim, that's not you. Someone gave birth to you here, and they stole you.
They stole you.
They signed the papers for you.
They make you look like an Arabic.
Just because you roll up your fucking jeans.
Yeah.
So your ankles show. Listen to me.
Oh, fucking Obeda.
Love Obeda. If he wasn't so anti-gay, I'd hang out with him all the time.
Okay.
He's so funny though. I love bringing him to the rock climbing place because like he's always looking at the trans flags and he's like, oh, I gotta go pray. Yeah. And I'm like, take it, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. I think that's hilarious.
You shall be accepted here. It is pretty funny. Hey, so this week I've been like holding off on telling you some things to say on the podcast. Do you recall what the fuck I had to say?
You never told me.
I know. We do that a lot. I want to make that
like
known.
I tell you things to remind me.
Right.
But I don't think you even remember what I...
Sometimes I do.
Well, yeah. You have, but I know there was one that I told you that I'm not remembering.
It was yesterday or today. You literally told me you had something to say for the podcast.
Yeah.
We do that really often. We have really good content to share. And then we're not going to remember until 2 more episodes. And then we'll be like, oh, hey, I remember that thing.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have the same buzz.
It's like too late. So like, I'll just tell you at work. Right. I don't care.
Yeah. And there's no buzz either.
Yeah.
Like my aggression for you for like the being on time thing was way more intense a week and a half ago than it is like right now.
Just so that you guys know, this fucker skipped last week.
Why are you
We were
yelling?
supposed to, because I was mad about that.
Hold on.
We were supposed to record last week.
Hold on.
And you decided to fuck around because, we have an extra episode. It doesn't matter.
I was using that as part of excuse, but it's like snowing and bad outside. I can't drive this far out here. Listen to me.
Die on the road for me.
No. As you know, viewers, I live like 42 minutes away from him. And for the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks, which I'm really fucking sick of, by the way, Michigan has been getting like 5 inches of snow every weekend. It's been really fucking irritating. From like Thursday to Sunday, it's been fucking annoying as shit.
It has been really bad.
And so then it would take me about an hour or a little more to get here and then back. I don't want to do that. So I haven't even gone to Dino.
I remembered what I wanted to talk about. Just
go ahead
right now.
Nice.
Just boom. So
I wish I had that ability.
Yeah. So you remember I think it was just last week how just a couple blocks away.
Say just one more time. I'm gonna punch you in the penis.
Damn.
Right in the tip.
See, if you didn't say that last part really fast, I was gonna say it again.
Yeah, but I'll hit you.
Just because. It's right. But
we condone violence. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I have another story.
What about violence?
Yeah, literally about Jamie. No, not Jamie. Stephanie. Let me correct myself.
Violence at its peak.
Dude, I fucking love Stephanie. But I'm not going to get started on that. Let me continue on what I was trying to say. So,
Resident Hobbit.
So my family, through my wife's side, has had the worst time of their life.
Okay.
Because...
Give it to me.
It's all over the news right now.
Oh! I'm with you.
Yeah?
Go ahead, tell.
Well, let me tell you. My wife's family's house is ground zero.
Oh, they're at the fucking heart?
They're at the heart of it.
The heart of the sea?
The heart of the sea. So fucking the pipes over on my wife's family side, which is her uncle, aunt, mom, grandma, and
the whole village.
Cousins, whatever. The whole village. They all live on the same block. I'm the one who got her out of it. You know,
look at you.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah. Saved her life.
Yeah.
She could have been swimming.
And she's screaming at you by the dishes.
Yeah. But so what happened was, all that crazy shit started happening. Dude, there's so many of those pipes that bursted all over the place. There's giant holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to cost the city big money to fix all that.
It's literally like insane.
Yeah. It's disgusting what has happened. Right.
Yeah.
Her whole family just swimming in ice cold water.
God, and their cars
their cars destroyed. Fucking their houses, their basements are filled with water and ice.
Jeez.
Like, it's horrible.
It's also sewage water.
Yeah.
It's not just water. It's like sewage water.
And I feel really bad about them going through all of that.
Sure.
Right? Because it makes sense. Like, this is my family.
Yeah.
But I also think it's really funny.
No, it's funny.
Like, that's some of the funniest shit. Like,
yeah.
Damn.
That's my type of luck, by the way. Just got approved for a house, like, a house.
Yeah, get approved for the house. Just bought it. About to move in the first day.
Pipes
and
bust.
Boom, it's destroyed.
Floods. Disgusting. Yeah.
So, like, so what ended up happening was the state right now is paying for, like, hotels for all of the families.
I heard something about that.
And stuff.
And they're going to pay for some damages, too.
Yeah. Which... I don't know what extent, because there's a lot of cars that got destroyed.
Exactly. Like, what are we replacing here?
And technically speaking, would this be considered elemental? Like, was it the elements that caused, or is this just the government's faulty shit finally catching up?
I saw some lawyers talking about how some representatives of people that live over here
Yeah.
talking about how since it was the amount of pipes and something, it's 99% going to be faulted on the city just because of like how they're all breaking.
Right.
Like
okay.
Michigan goes through cold weathers every year. It hasn't been like a major incident like that where like literally 600 to 1,000 homes are underwater. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So that's what I was wondering.
Which I'm hoping.
Because they said that they were going to pay for that situation.
Right.
So because what really sucks is Courtney's aunt just bought a new car.
Fuck.
And it is underwater right now.
Nice.
With
is it waterproof?
No. But it is because once a car has been fully submerged,
oh, it's done.
It is considered destroyed.
Total. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it is. Just period. Like if you ever try to sell it, it's considered a totaled vehicle, even if it still works, still runs perfectly fine.
No,
it's considered destroyed.
It's a liability.
Yeah. So I'm curious because can she claim that?
Right.
It'd be nice. Because
that would be nice.
Like when I say they just got that shit, I don't want to laugh about it.
No, I feel like you told me about this new car.
Because that's heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
If that had happened to me,
yeah,
I would have been like, yo, what do I even do now?
Right. It's like
I just got in this
could not get to work. Nothing.
I just got in this huge debt and now my car is underwater.
By the way, I'm going to make a comment real quick. Your house is actually like a really good safe spot for something like that.
Yeah.
Because everything's downhill from here.
Just so that you know, my house, it could have happened because the water main out there bursted.
Oh, shit.
And the whole street was filled with water, but they managed to come and turn it off in time.
Nice.
And no other ones bursted.
Nice.
That's why I think I was like, well.
Stop saying bursted.
Exploded. Bursted.
Stop.
Whatever. But, that happened. And then I was like, well, that could have been us.
Yeah.
Glad it wasn't.
No.
Because that was just literally like last month that shit happened. Right?
This is 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago.
Well, that's.
Oh, you mean the. And you're.
Theirs is last week.
Yeah.
This is literally like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I do think it was really funny, though, because my niece was like on the news. And she.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She was just like, yeah, I was staying at my grandma's house for the weekend. Didn't really matter. Her house was literally like 4 doors away.
Yeah.
But she made it seem like she was staying at her grandma's house for the week, whatever. I was staying at my grandma's house for the weekend, and next thing I know, we heard all these loud noises, and water was everywhere. A boat had to save us.
Nice. A boat had to save us? That's funny.
So, like, people were coming in boats.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad the water is, that people were coming in boats. So, first and foremost, everybody has moved out of their house over there. They've literally kicked everybody out.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Courtney's mom has refused to leave her house.
She's still there?
She's still there.
Why?
Don't know.
That's a danger.
She has so like they cut off the water, right? They cut off the electricity now, and they've cut off So what they were first is saying, as long as you have power, you can stay in the house. As long as you have food, you can stay in the house.
Right.
As long as you have water or whatever.
They set parameters.
Right. They set parameters. But then they were just like, no, we need to start fixing shit. Everybody needs to get out. Right?
Yeah.
So they pretty much cut everything off, and she's still in that house.
Why?
I don't know. She has her own like generator and all that. So like she still has power. She fucking can cook whatever the fuck she wants. She has food.
That's good.
And she has her drinks or water or whatever. But everybody else, a part of the family, they're literally just chilling at a hotel. She doesn't want to stay at a hotel. She thinks they're really disgusting.
Well, they're not putting everybody in 5-star hotels.
Yeah, they're not 5 stars.
Right.
They're putting everybody in like fucking motels and shit.
Right,
like, whatever they can get right now.
Yeah. I get it.
Like, yeah. But I wonder if the property tax over there is going to go lower.
Good for me.
Good for you if you get a house over there. Yeah.
I don't want to live in town.
You can live right next to Johnny. You know what's funny?
No.
Johnny's house is a block over.
And he was good?
I
texted him, actually.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. No, I didn't text him.
Nothing happened to them.
Discord, I hopped in. I was like, hey, man, is your house okay? He goes, yeah, fuck him. I was like, okay.
Like I said, so like there's the train station or the train tracks, right? Johnny's house is right over the train tracks.
Nice. Right on the safety line.
Yeah. So on the other side of that, flood.
Wow. Good for Johnny.
Fucking insane.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're cutting it here. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed any of this. If you did, leave a like, leave a follow as well. Hit us up on our email at unapologeticvoices1@gmail.com. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day.